Hello everybody. Today we'll be doing a little talk on healthy sleeping. Mainly I will be covering today newborn babies. I know after birth of newborn is a big huge change, and sleeping is one of the thing that babies not do what you want. They will do what they want. So it can be a bit stressful, but we have to keep our babies safe, isn't it? So I will talk about that, about healthy sleeping of the babies today. 3 months, they can sleep up between 14 to 17 hours whole day in 24-hour cycle, and up to 6 months tends to sleep on off around the clock, waking 1 to 3 hours to eat, and near when 4 months sleep rhythm become more set. So most of the babies sleep 9 to 12 hours at night. Only interruption is the feeding, and usually have 2 to 3 daytime nap lasting about 30 minutes to 2 hours. Some of the very common questions we have about the sleep patterns, like, is it normal for the baby to wake at night? Absolutely normal. Basically, wake at the night. Some babies sleep more than others. Some sleep for long periods. Others are short bursts. So basically their own pattern, you have to recognize that pattern. So basically newborn babies will wake up. So do baby and young automatically fall into good sleeping pattern? No. So your baby will need support to develop good sleep routine, good sleeping habit. So you are the person who will help them to do that. So what routine and habit that promote the good sleep? Fortunately, there are many practical ways to develop and improve your sleeping pattern of improve that habit. Now, about newborns 0 to 3 months, sleep during early months occurs around the clock and sleep awake cycle driven by the need of the feed and changed and given attention. I already mentioned it is about 14 to 17 hours of sleep on an irregular schedule with period first of 1 to 3 hours spent awake. So during the sleep, they often active, twitch their arms and legs, smile, smack, and a bit restless. Newborns express their need to sleep in different way. Some fast, some cry, some rub their eyes. It is best to put babies down to sleep when they are drowsy but not asleep. They are more likely to fall asleep quickly and eventually learn how to get themselves to sleep. So now newborns can also be encouraged to sleep less during the day by exposing them to light and noise, and by playing more with them in the daytime. As evening approach, environment can be quieter and lighting dimmer with less activity. So sleep tips for newborn: observe newborn's sleep pattern, identify the sign of sleepiness, put newborn in the cot or Moses blanket even during the day when they are drowsy but not asleep, to encourage self-settling. Encourage nighttime sleep. As evening approaches, try to make the environment quieter, lighting dimmer and less active. As baby cry, it can be upsetting and frustrating. Not everybody is easy to calm down, but does not mean you are doing anything wrong. Now for safer sleep advice, that is the most important thing. We have to make that our babies are safe. Simple step can be taken to ensure that your baby sleeps in a safe environment. Reduce the risk of sudden infant death syndrome, that known as cot death. So some of the thing you can do, this is advice based on the strong specific evidence and should be followed for all sleep period, not just night. So the safest place babies to sleep close to their parent bed, but in their own bed in the same room for at least for 6 months. Never go sleep on sofa or armchair. Never go sleep if you are smoked, having alcohol, medication or drug. Put babies on the back when sleep. Maintain a clear and flat surface. Keep babies smoke-free day and night, and support breastfeeding. Now, of course, I have to tell something also. Um, Other things like babies, keep your baby's head uncovered. Their blanket should be tucked in and higher than their shoulders. Place the baby in the feet to foot positions with their feet at the end of the cot and noses blanket. If it is very warm, baby may not need any bedcloth than a thin sheet. Even in winter, most babies who are unwell or feverish don't need any extra clothing. And optimum temperature room is 18 °C or 65 °F. If baby is unwell, seek medical help. Babies often have minor illness that you don't need to be worried. Give the baby plenty of fluid to drink and let them not to get too hot. If your baby sleeps a lot, wakes them regularly for drink. And it can be difficult to judge whether an illness is more serious and need urgent medical attention. And about advice regarding co-sleeping, of course, the safest place for a baby to sleep for the first is a cot in a separately, and also should not, I've already mentioned, the person who has focus, when you drunk alcohol, have taken medication and that may cause you sleepy, don't go sleep. And also closing is risky for prematures born before 37 weeks and had low birth weight, less than 2.5 kilo or 5.5 pound. You should also avoid co-sleep if your baby is currently unwell with bronchiolitis or other respiratory illness. As well as a high-risk stage means a sudden infant death syndrome. There's also a risk that you might roll over if you sleep and suffocate your child, and baby could get caught in between the wall and the bed and roll out of the adult bed and be injured. So it is lovely to have your baby with you for a cuddle and a feed, but sleeping with your baby on a sofa or armchair, high risk of sudden infant death syndrome. It is safest to put your baby back in their cot Moses blanket before you go to sleep. So these are the few things for the newborn babies. I think more healthy sleep advice I will continue next session. I think this will help you to keep your baby healthy and sleep healthy. Bye for today.